So, hello everybody. Very welcome to this small webinar that we are going to introduce today. And the theme is how to bring masterful, I would say, coaching, but mainly love and trust into times of uncertainty, in fact. And we have on board André Ribeiro from Portugal, Reka Hatkana-Galekar, and myself, Sylviane Cagneau. Reka is from Bangalore, India, and me, I'm from Belgium. So let me share my screen just to start so that we can just introduce ourselves and address the theme for today, right? So perhaps, Andre, can you start introducing yourself, please?
Welcome, everyone. My name is André Ribeiro. I'm based here in Portugal and I've been a coach for nearly now 2 decades, master certified with the ICF, and I work with executives from all over the world. And some of the things that we'll be sharing on this program will be about ontological coaching, the study of being, which integrates language, the body and emotions, how they interact. So we are using them now and we are using them all the time.
Thank you so much, Andre. We have Reka Hatkana-Galekar from Bangalore, India. Reka, the same for you. Could you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, everyone. I'm Reka. Like Sylvian said, I'm from Bangalore, India. And I have been a coach for the last 9 years and a master certified coach since the last 3 years. And I'm pretty much into everything that is coaching, which means that I coach, I do one-on-one coaching, I do team coaching, I do coach training, I do coach supervision. And I feel that, that's a way that I can integrate everything that I have accumulated over my lifetime of professional working through various parts of coaching. So that's what I do, and that's what I love doing. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Reka. And so I'm Sylviane Cagneau. I'm a master certified coach with ICF since 2009. I'm also a master practitioner EMCC, and I'm an accredited supervisor, and I'm a trusted mentor also. So I've been coaching now for nearly 25 years, and I was mentor even more than that. And I must say that I'm a global citizen. I work over the world. And for instance, I train mentors in China. I train MCC both in Russia, in Ukraine, and in the rest of the world, together with you guys and supervisors as well. So it's great. So together we have created a program that we share with Craig Stanton. Craig Stanton is this gentleman here who is from the United States and who is really a specialist in leadership also. I have Al-Mubarak, who is from the King's Saudi Arabia, who is really working as a master coach for a long time as well. And we have Fran Fisher, who is one of the co-writers of the coaching competencies already back in the year 95 when ICF was created, and she's a specialist with the MCC markers. And together we have created a program which is called Masterful Coaching, the Deeper Dimension, and that is dedicated for experienced coach that is already MCC or future MCC who wants to go deeper in their practice. But today we are together because we just wanted to give you a glimpse of who we are and how we operate. And we thought together with the colleagues that one of the major questions for today are those 3 questions. And we are going to answer them today. I mean, the best we can, of course. And the first question, and Andre and Reka, be ready to answer, me too, how to bring love and trust in a masterful coaching session, especially today, where that people are a little bit fearing what's going to be the future. What is your way, in fact, both of you? And let me remove the screen so that we have you. What is your way to bring love and trust? Who wants to start? Reka, perhaps?
I can go?
Yeah, please.
So I think, love and trust and safety, right? These three are so important in any relationship. And they are kind of the foundation of any relationship for it to sustain and grow and flourish over time. And I think that that's the same that is true in a coach and client relationship, where the coachee or the client is bringing to the table their lives and what's most important for them. And they're sharing with vulnerability and they're sharing with confidence. So how does one reciprocate that from the other side, right? How does one create a space for it to show up, for trust to show up, for safety to show up? So I feel from my own experience and what resonates deeply with me is the quality of presence that we bring into the conversation, right? Who we are and how we show up for the client, how we embody the trust, how do we embody love, and how does it show up in everything that we do, in how we speak, in how we are, in how we listen, in how we respond. So I think, for me, presence is kind of the, if I would call it, the heart of what represents love and trust.
Wonderful. And for you, Andre?
Yes, continuing with what Brek is saying, presence and deep acceptance of what the other one is sharing. So both their emotions, their language, what they're expressing with their body, and just being there to accept and listen. And now it's happening more and more as we are in these challenging times, and we've been through a global pandemic, that some clients are coming and speaking for 10 minutes, 15 minutes straight, because there's so much that people are going through and they need to be sharing and just being there and listening with attention and with deep caring. And then often just by listening or feeding back what was said already, that is shifting the whole situation.
Got you. Wonderful. Mia, I would like to add 2-3 words to this partnership. I consider myself as a sparring partner to my client. That is, we are together watching his issue or his topic and then sharing, because in a mastery, at mastery level, it's more a conversation between partners. I don't know more than you, certainly not. You know much more than me, but you don't know that you know. So it's my job to create that awareness. But for that, I'm aware that I'm also a role model. If I don't bring a high morale, a high energy in the conversation, I'm not empathetic with you, then it won't be fitting between the two of us. So the first thing, empathy, but not sympathy. So it's I get into your emotion and I bring you back to high energy. I think mastery coaching is about shifting the energy, but it starts with myself. So like you, of course, I'm in deep presence, but I'm first in deep presence with myself. And when I'm in deep presence with myself, I can be in deep presence with you. And love is the same. If I don't love myself unconditionally, I cannot love my client unconditionally and accept everything he says or she says without judgment. I need to just relax, and relax, then we watch together to the topic. You see? So I think the three of us, we have very complementary, but I know that we are the three of us on the safe wavelengths. That is absolutely clear. All right. So let's go for the second question. Second question, I share my screen again. How to bring more certainty in those uncertain times. And we had a definition together. So everybody speaks about VUCA and we speak about new VUCA. It's from going from vulnerability to vision. Oh, no, sorry. It's sorry. It is, oops, somebody wants to get in. Yes, it is going to vision and vulnerability. It is going from uncertainty to understanding. It is going from complexity to caring. It is going from ambiguity to agility. So how is it, how is your way for you to bring more uncertainty? This time, can you start, perhaps, Andre?
Yeah. So to bring more certainty or more clarity, we can support as coaches the focus and the clarity of what the people want to do, also by supporting their ownership of what they're doing. And in terms of agility, something going a bit into the agile, Scrum, Lean, Kanban world, how to organize the processes of the company, because often in organizations and structures in life, a lot of the issues that come up is because how work is organized, how we organize our lives and processes. So we can work on relationships and we can also work on processes.
Mm-hmm.
And by bringing greater agility, we can have a better flow of things, and then also relationships can improve. So we can go either way and both ways.
Wonderful. What about you, Reka? You need to unmute. You're mute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So I think both the words ambiguity and agility are very interesting in today's times, right? And the changing times. So ambiguity is about how do you get your clients to be okay with ambiguity? You know, and Sylvian, the way you were saying, being okay with yourself, accepting yourself the way you are, accepting others the way they are. If you accept, acceptance is a great way of dealing with ambiguity, because then you're not worried. At the same time, we are bringing in the idea of vision. So we are looking forward. It's no longer about being stuck in the present and being focused on the back, but we are looking at where do we want to go,
Mm-hmm.
and how attractive is where we want to go. And if you look at agility, like Andre was saying, right?
Yeah.
How can we combine everything that we have holistically? And how do we, adjust to our clients' styles?
I see. For me, of course, I do agree with you. I would add valuing the client, recognizing. I notice that every time I value the client experience or I value the person per se, I mean, like for the whole person, the person is, in fact, it really helped them unleash their wings. And that creates some, I wouldn't say power, but I say potency, force, ability, because we are all fully equipped. The point is, do we activate our functionalities? Or I usually say the example, in your phone you have millions of applications, but we don't know them. So as a masterful coach, my job is really to create awareness on the ability of the person to activate, because it's not that you have the solution, but at least you know how to get the solution. If it is not by yourself, it's by somebody else. You have perhaps the inner resources, so you have the outer resources. It's okay. It's fine. You have the way. And sometimes I can instill, not imposing, certainly not advising, but instill. It's permitted in the by ICF and EMCC as well. So, and it's like I put the buffet. I say, did you think about this? Or you can just put in the buffet one more dish. You see, if the person is looking for different options. As a master coach, I give myself that permission, but without imposing and with full detachment. That's very important. So it's to create that awareness. That's very important. And then I noticed that under uncertainty, people have the vibration of fear. And because the media speak about fear, because we never know where we go. You know that 95% of our fears are irrational. But the 5% that remains is just a need, because what is the need behind fear? Is the need to be more certain about what's going on. So the fact of bringing the client into action, into the awareness, well, there is an action list. What do I need? How do I transform my needs into objectives? It completely reduces the level of stress and the fear, and it works pretty well, you see? So let's go to the third question now that we have. What could be the path? Is it not MCC, but masterful coaching that we propose? And I think it's important that we make a definition between the difference between an MCC coach and a masterful coach. Or yes, who starts this time? Reka, Andre, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I think it's your turn to start now.
My turn. Okay, good. I like that. As a supervisor, as a mentor coach, a mentor, I noticed that people are very proud to show they have 2,000, 2,500 hours. And you know, I'm also at EMCC because I like to bridge professions, but I like to bridge federations as well. And in the master practitioner, they only ask for 500 hours. I say, this is nothing. A PCC has already 500 hours. But then they tell me, no, we want 500 hours of masterful coaching. That makes a difference because you know what I noticed, Reka, Andre, and dear colleagues here on board, that some people just go by the hour and by the statistics, but they don't go by the quality. And then they want to pass the exam at ICF, they don't make it. Less than 10% make it. Yeah, but I thought I was a master coach because I have 2,500 hours. No, you are a master coach if you know how to get the presence you were mentioning, how to know how to contract, how to create that partnership, the silencing, the quality of the question, you know, the quality of, I mean, the relationship as per se. So, and I say, oh, that makes a big difference, in fact. So masterful coaching is more a way to be than a way to do or to have. It's more a way, qualitative way in the presence, as you were saying, in the way we are together, than the quantity. It's not, that would be my answer. Over to you. And yet the energy also. High energy, and the fact that we are role models also. And we don't, you know, some people, I've been training hundreds of, no, thousands of coaches. Some of them are already masters the first hour when they start the training as a beginner, because they have that ability. And some people have more difficulty to have it because they don't understand really what it is. Over to you.
Yeah, so I'll just go because Andre, I just want to connect what Sylvian is saying about way of being, right? So it's not just about, I don't think it's just about a way of being while being with a client in a coaching conversation. I think it is a way of being full stop, which means to what extent have you worked on yourself, on your own transformation, on your own peeling of the layers, so to say, and are you still in that journey? So I feel as a masterful coach, if you are in that journey, you can be a better partner in a masterful way with your client.
Yes, and it's an ongoing journey, so we keep on learning all the time.
Yeah.
And we're not stuck with models, frameworks, or techniques. We can use them when we need, and we can create new ones if necessary. It's about adapting and being real time, present with what's happening, and creating new questions, new models, new techniques that might be used in a certain situation, and sometimes dropping everything that we know and just being there, just letting go and being with the moment, with the emotion, with what's going on.
And that understanding that our client needs, and that agape love, the fact of being with him with a full listening abilities, but also acceptance of what he said, non-judgment, acceptance, as you were saying. Okay, so I would like to share my screen one more time, just to tell you why we're here today. Also, is this also to answer those 3 questions that, like we did, but also to introduce you the program that we have created together. In fact, we are Master Coach, and myself, when I see how can I further go into my training, and I don't see many programs which are at masterful and above level. So it's not about getting 40 CCUs every 3 years, is to continue the journey, as you were both saying. So that's why I was asked 2 years ago to start a program of such a kind in Russia. We did it already. We had the first cohort last year, and then we say, let's go worldwide. And so this year and for the years to come, we have decided to have the same team, and we are 6 MCCs from each part of the world. And we have creating a 5 steps program, which is entirely digital. And now, in fact, we have we start with 5 webinars, which are, no, it's not webinars, these are virtual classes where everybody can speak. And then it's a conversation between 2 masters. In fact, I'm with Andrea, I have somebody else is with me. So that it's a conversation that we have about a team. So me, it's more about self-love and compassion. You, Andrea, it will be more on ontological coaching, as you were saying. Aref will be more on linking roles, a parent, a top executive, coach, mentors. You know, it would be interesting. Craig will be on vulnerability and the business model. It's possible to be excellent colleagues, yet we can be competitors. But look at us. We have a partnership and we have created another business model, which is based on transparency and respect, even financial respect to each other. And that's very important to understand that. And Reka, of course, you speak about presence because and the quality of silence. So these are the 5 master classes. And then we have the tutorial with French, with friend on the new MCC markers, because you know that the markers have been renewed have been reshaped, in fact, by ICF in 22, and we are proud to speak about them. And then we have the real value of our program is the follow-up that we offer. That is, we have client supervision in small group, and it's very important to reintroduce supervision in our practice. Not all the coaches have it. Personally, I have my supervisor every single month, and I'll continue all my coaching life because supervision is the best way to remove fear and doubt when you coach, because coaching is a profession when sometimes you feel very much alone. Okay, so it's a safe space with a supervisor who is there to listen to us. So we'll create small groups. The same for mentoring, because we want to give you an opportunity to coach in front of us so that we can help you enhance your practice at masterful level. Okay, and it will be observation of the competencies with the MCC markers, but also proposals in terms of strategy, for instance. And you will have also your personal tutoring with an MCC. So it's not about making your 40 CCUs. Of course, we offer 40 CCUs. It's about getting one step ahead in your training as masterful coach, perhaps for a new MCC or already an MCC who wants just to go further. And you have the website mccintheworld.com. So this is what we wanted to tell you today, and we are open to your questions. Do you have some questions for us, or about what we just say today, or about the program? Feel free to appear. Or yes.
Hi, this is Shamla here.
Please.
So I'm a PCC and I've started my journey just last year, and I've yet to complete 1,000 hours. So
wonderful.
Is this course right now for me, or should I still practice some more and then only go for this?
Let me just answer with a question. Do you want to continue practicing at the PCC level, or do you want to be practicing at the MCC level?
Well, definitely at the MCC level.
So you have the answer.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Love your question. Thank you. Somebody else? Okay. Oh, yes, Elsa, please go.
Viviane, when are you starting this program? Is there a date? I know you put the information that I can check, but since I'm here.
We shall have 2 cohorts per year, one in November, one in March. And so feel free to join the one you prefer, of course. Thank you. Go on the website, please, mccintheworld.com. The dates are there, and we put all the sessions. And importantly, thank you for your questions. If the virtual class, we can have up to 30 people, but the observe session will have small groups. We want you to feel at ease and not put you in a fishbowl with too many people observing. Okay, so we want to create, so since we are 5, we'll create subgroups with smaller groups so that you can be observed or you can be supervised in a more comfortable way. We respect you very much, and we want you. I remember it's quite traumatic. I remember my experience in coaching schools as a trainer or as a student, as a participant, to be observed by other. Sometimes it can be traumatic. We don't want that. We really want you to feel at ease with a group of people you appreciate. You see, so we'll make sure that you are in full comfort.
Okay, great. Thank you. Now I'll take a look so that I have all the other questions answered, including the price and the dates.
Yes.
And everything. Okay.
Thank you. Remember that the value is you have about more than 10 mentoring hours. So imagine if you had to pay mentoring hours with an MCC, what would be the price in your country? And so the 10 hours are included in the program already. But that creates the value. In Latin, it's intuitu personae. It's really customized for you. We are tutoring you on the very close basis, and we want you to be very satisfied. We do our best. So a closing word, perhaps. Yes, Elsa, you wanted to?
I was just going to add, with this team, we can only be satisfied. I'm sure about it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. A closing word for you, Reka, Andre, myself.
I'm just happy that we could put this together, and actually, we didn't even prepare, right? I mean, we just spoke from the heart, and I think that itself talks about masterful coaching in a way to me. And I'm so happy that we could share this with a group of people over here, and thank you all for coming in.
Yes, and it's wonderful to create this collective intelligence and connect all of us, both the presenters and the colleagues, in one space. Yeah. And we can all grow and learn, develop together, and bring back more masterful coaching to the world.
Thank you. And colleagues, I don't know if you noticed, there is no ego in the room here. And this is really what we want. We want to share. We are at your service. We want all together to enhance our practice, because we learn from you as you learn from us. We just share as good sparring partners. We're just perhaps a bit more advanced than you, or perhaps you are more advanced than us as well. And so we have that humility, that vulnerability, and it's okay. Just have fun together and grow together. So thank you so much for being with us today. Wishing you the very best, and keep the morale high. Please keep the vibration of love as high as possible. Thanks for today. Keep doing well. Bye for now. I just stopped the recording. Thank you.